Hello everyone, welcome back to Super Mario Bros. 5. Once again, this is a ROM hack, and it's actually pretty decent and pretty well balanced, if I say so myself. So, not like the new Super Mario Bros. 2 ROM hack. I was looking up ROMs a couple of years ago, I think. And I was like, oh, somebody made a new Super Mario Bros. The new Super Mario Bros. Wii 2. You know, I was like, oh, that's interesting, you know, I'll give it a shot. And it's like, first level gives you 99 lives. Second level, you can't even get to the first area. Waste all 99 lives even on just the first section of the game. I'm like, okay, this isn't a ROM hack, this is Kaizo, what the crap. I mean, okay, I get it, Kaizo is a ROM hack, but I'm sorry, it's an unfair ROM hack. It doesn't, I feel like it doesn't really deserve to be put in, the place of other decent, games. There's a reason everybody calls it Kaizo Mario. Or calls really hard ROM hacks Kaizo-like, you know? I know I'm not the only one that says that, so... I've seen other people say that. This is very Kaizo-like. So... Alright, so there's a secret in this level. Fairly certain that this secret leads to the Blue Switch Palace, but I could be wrong. I like these falling acorns. It's just this whole ROM hack is just good. You know, it really feels like, something that Nintendo could have produced. They didn't. I will note that. This is not in any way produced by Nintendo. This is entirely a ROM hack of Super Mario World. So... But I mean, it wouldn't be the first time I've done fan games. Anybody remember Fallen Sage and Time's Menagerie? Excuse me. Speaking of Fallen Sage and Time's Menagerie, I was actually really surprised to see how well those two series did. They got lots of views, and I'm like, that is surprising for a nobody channel like me. Getting those kinds, getting a couple hundred views on any video is difficult, and let alone on a series, And when I looked at Fallen Sage, it was like, yeah, no, a couple hundred views on the first few episodes. I was like, wow. Granted, then I'm also looking at the game and I'm getting comments like, where do I download this game? How can I get my hands on this game? And things like that. Because people aren't watching the series so much as they're... R.I.P. Yoshi. It's not so much that they're watching the series as much as it is that they're seeing... that they're searching for Fallen Sage and Time's Menagerie. And I'm like the only video out there for it, Still, at the same time, it really surprised me that, I actually got decent views on that series. again, part of it may be that I was, one of the only people doing it. At the time of recording, I don't think I've seen any other Let's Plays of either one on YouTube, which is, I guess, good for views in that regard, It means it's easier for me to cash in on it, if you will, because of that. But at the same time, it's like, man, I wish I could get that on other stuff, So, I would still love to see what Undying Nephilim himself thinks about my Let's Play. Just because, it's just like when, the game that I'm currently making, once it comes out, I'm going to be scouring the internet for Let's Plays of it. And because I want to see people play my game, Oh shoot, that's a blue Koopa. R.I.P. Mario. But, like, I don't know. And that's also the other thing is, like, one of the things I am going to be looking at for the game that I'm making when it comes out is, what are the YouTubers that will talk to me? What are the YouTubers that I can contact and say, hey, do you want a free code for this game in exchange for, playing through the game and stuff like that? Because, that's how you get people to, find your game. So, at the same time, I'm also going, I don't know that many YouTubers personally enough that I feel like I could just contact them and be like, hey, play my game, So I'm sure that they get a lot of that, So I'm sure they get a lot of people sending them messages being like, will you play my game? And all these crappy, walking simulators or, really weird, who knows what, low quality, that's what I mean, is like really low quality games, terrible graphics, terrible music, games are overly loud upon loaded up, and, things like that. The kinds of things that Vinesauce plays on his Saturday streams, basically. R.I.P. Yoshi. I hope I didn't need you. R.I.P. me. Alright, let's look at this. I don't know if this is a secret or if this is the normal path. I'm going this way first, hoping that it might be the secret path. But if it's not, then oh well. I can always come back. I know that there is a secret path, so I'm trying to find that. Because like I said, I'm pretty sure, and I could be wrong, about the secret path leading to the next Switch Palace. Because I know that Lunaria is in World 6. So, I've played this enough to know that the way to Lunaria is in World 6. I'm pretty sure it's World 6 anyway. I know it's a snow world. So, pretty sure there's only 7 worlds, and it's the world right before last. where that lets you get to Lunaria, so. Also, that looks like it was the normal ending. So that's why I'm doing this again. Because it's obviously a secret path. Just wish I had like a cape or something. Whoops. And I know I could always go back to one of the treasure groves for that. Boop. But that would involve going all the way back, whole world or two to get to one of the treasure groves. And I don't really want to do that on camera, If it gets hard enough and I feel like, okay, I need to go back, I will. Okay, maybe that was the secret exit because this is looking more like the regular exit, considering that was the checkpoint. No crap. Green Koopa. I'm definitely being louder than normal on this playthrough. And I can almost guarantee you I know why that is. It's because I actually don't have anybody here as of late. Like, usually when I'm recording and such, there's other, like, family members and stuff that are here, but this week we had a family emergency up in Michigan, where I used to be from. I don't live there anymore. I think I've mentioned that before. At least I know I've told people that before. They used to live up in Michigan, currently don't. Lives in a completely different state now. And, well, again, we had a family emergency that ended up, most of the family went up there. So, I was pretty much the only immediate family member that did not go up there. So, but because of that, there's not really anybody here most of the time. It's been kind of nice having a pretty quiet house, It's like I can actually do what I want to do and relax and enjoy my life, without, the other 10 people here. I don't have to wait until 1 in the morning when they've all gone to bed in order to record. I just have to wait till like 9 when half of them have gone to bed. Because it's the younger ones that are still here. So them and my 2 nephews and their dad are here, but everybody else left, and all 3 of them, they all clonk out in bed around 9, and so it's like, yeah, that's kind of nice. What? I didn't even talk to you. I did not even talk. Oh my god. What the heck? I didn't even say her name. Also, I thought that thing was on mute. Thought I muted it because we didn't need it. Whatever. What can you do? Well, I think I know what I'm going to be naming this episode. I usually don't know what I'm going to name episodes ahead of time, but sometimes things just happen and I go, well, if, when I'm rewatching the episode to find names and I encounter that, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be like, yep, nope, That's what I'm gonna name it. There have been a couple of times where I've been like, well, I think I know the name of this episode now. And it wasn't the name because I found something better that I liked. But usually when something like that happens, I'm like, oh yeah, I like that, you know? And then sometimes it's like, well, I know what this episode is going to be called. Serene fails 1,000 times. And that's actually not what I end up calling it, just because, you know? That's what the Giga Mermaid should be called. Giga Mermaid episode of Shantae that I did should be called. Serene spends an hour fighting a boss. Because that was ridiculous. And it wasn't entirely my fault. You know, it wasn't that it's not that I was having, you know, it's not that I wasn't doing something. I'm sure I was not doing something, but I couldn't figure out the Giga Mermaid fight. There was this one move that she did that I literally never figured out how to get around. So I ended up, there were several times where I literally, the attack went off and I was just like, okay, I just jump into it because I die. So, and I'm like, yep, nope. That's, I'm nowhere close to getting past the first phase. I have 1 health because I literally had 1 health that entire fight. So, I had no healing items, I had 1 hit point, and every time I respawned, I only had 1 hit point. And so I'm just like, yep, nope, okay, well, if this 1 attack goes off, I'm immediately dead because... Really now? How rude. I think I dodged the attack once in the entire hour that I played that episode of Shantae. It was ridiculous. I never did figure it out. Whee! 19. So, I mean, I'm not perceptive, I'm not smart, but it still seems like after an hour I should have been able to figure that out. So, I'll leave this episode here, so I do hope you've enjoyed. If you have, feel free to subscribe. Check the video description down below for a link to the playlist. Also a link to my Discord down there as well, and I'll see you guys next time.